And then D-Day. When you type millions of tons of equipment and you realize what it was being used for, especially fuel, because fuel had to be there available for that, every tank or every truck or and even airplane fuel had to be stored. Yes, I knew how serious it was and what a huge undertaking it was. But I think more than anything, what went through my mind was the casualties that they expected. I wrote to my sister that day just to tell her that this was the day that we had prepared for, and that I'll always remember. But I never told her what I had done. But it was a beautiful day, June the 5th, June the 6th. I got up early that morning to go to dinner, to breakfast. And it was about 8 o'clock when Winston Churchill came on the radio and said the invasion had started. Today was the day. And then I thought of all that I had typed, the battle plans, which included where each country's army would be entering France, how many battalions would be involved, how many millions and millions of equipment that had been ordered from all the countries in the world that were stockpiled in France and in England, and what the invasion would include, the actual invasion, the number of men, and the casualties that were expected, and the hospitals that were waiting for the wounded. And I couldn't say a word to anybody. I was just numb the whole day. I went back to work. A couple of the men showed up, but we spent the whole day waiting for information to come across to us of some way to find out what was happening. And a week before D-Day, the two boys that I had dated in Minnesota had joined the 101st Airborne. And they came through London, and I was able to just see them for a very short time. And they were two boys, brothers, that were killed on D-Day, flying over, you know. And so it did strike home to me. It was when we were celebrating the 50th anniversary of D-Day that I mentioned to a friend of mine when the newspaper was interviewing soldiers who had there on D-Day, and they're recalling memories. And I said to her, you know, I was there too. In fact, I typed up the battle plans, and she let the newspaper and the TV stations know that. And I've been telling my story ever since. But 50 years I kept the secret. I didn't tell my family, my husband, my son, what I did when I was in London. So I guess you could say that a woman can keep a secret if she has to. And that's my story.